I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with continuing justice for all. I pledge allegiance to the flag. I have a roll call. Eric Brickman, president. Barry Jones.
All here.
William Tulane.
Present. Deborah
Lehman.
Present.
Stephen Rolando. Present. Isaiah White.
Yeah.
Robert White.
Here.
All right, he's all here. All right. Can I have a motion for the approval of the minutes for our last meeting? So moved.
Second.
Are there any questions? No questions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposes, say no. No opposes, then so approved. Okay. Let's go on down to public comments. Oh, come on, man. You got to say something.
Firefighter comments.
Yeah, no, you can say something. All right. All right. Now on you, Chief.
All right. Thank you. Just a second. Technology. I want to thank everybody for attending the recognition before and also attended the Christmas party. I want to recognize Ramona Brown, Melissa Curse, other staff that made that possible last night. It was a nice venue. Better venue. Very cold. So I appreciate everybody being there. And there were plenty of oysters. It took a little bit, but we got the oysters. So so I appreciate everybody being there in the work. I do want to give some recognition also to Chief Flanagan. Chief Flanagan was the incident commander for the Maybank Highway, several apartments on fire. We give Chief Flanagan, because he lives on Johns Island, we give him the ability to respond from home sometimes on major incidents for us, and he drew the card of being the first chief level officer there. Sean is dedicated to his craft. He's the incident couldn't have run smoother, and that was a testament to what Sean's leadership at the incident did. So again, we saw the strength of the auto-aid. We had 4 departments just based on location where it was. Of course, it was a city property, but just shows how strong we all work together. And luckily, there was nobody hurt seriously. Everything was. So thank you, Sean.
Good job.
All right, we had a couple weeks ago, and I also want to thank several of our commissioners attended the officer training that we held with Rob Clemens, Chief of Surfside. Some of our commissioners attended. I hope you guys found that impactful and also insightful as well too. And very thankful that Rob was able to come down and give us some training on a line of duty depth that he's involved in as well too. So I appreciate those that were there being as well. So. We completed live burn training last week. We've got a couple groups still left to go through that. It's being led by Chief Flanagan as well too. So we're using Fire Profit Station 5. We had 8 new people start 2 weeks ago as well too, which Larry will go over, and they went through a live burn training as well. So that was a busy week last week, but something we're doing annually for that as well. So we have kind of and it's not just us, thankfully, but we've hit kind of a rough patch with apparatus and apparatus repairs. We've got several apparatus down. We're in a couple other, we have a Charleston engine we're running out of right now, long kind of to each other. We kind of hit a bad spell, but also so have all of our partners as well. North Charleston has had to cut a company down. Mount Pleasant's had to reorganize some things. So unfortunately today we got another bad news on another engine. So and these are things that are just kind of happen in the life cycle of these. You can't really contribute them to one. One's an air leak, one's an oil leak, one's a different, different problem. Sensor bad. The technology we're seeing in these trucks are just really giving us issues as well too. So unfortunately, we got to wait on Pierce, and parts for order are taking a long time. So we're hoping to get a couple back. We have a group, on that note, we have a group also traveling this week that will be doing our final inspection on what will be new engine 704. So they will be in Wisconsin at the end of this week, and we should have that truck hopefully middle of January, maybe by the time of the next another group, some people in attendance also completed their midpoint inspection in Marine 701 last week as well too, and I've heard good things so far, and they were impressed by the plant and the people making the boat. So looks like that's on track to be delivered probably February. Our annual Stop the Truck program, as you can see in the corner, we had it's still there. Oh, we cleaned it up. Sorry, there was a whole big package of toys from Kiowa River Estates down there today, but our Stop the Truck will be delivered on December 21st to all the families on John Lyle and Long Walk, and also some of our partners in the district as well too. So we've had a lot of community donations to that. Well, we did promote 3 people off of the engineer list. Just completed engineer testing last month. And those 3 were promoted. I will have Chief Henson give you these things up to you.
Good evening. So November 22, total 294 incidents, which was a little lower than last month, but with the trend, January, February starts easing back up into the summer months after the spring. But the breakdown of those 294 incidents by island were 176, almost 60% on Johns Island, 50 of those on Kiowa, right around 17%, 35 on Seabrook, right at 12%, and 33 on Walla at 11%. And again, most of those, the majority were emergency medical calls.
Ms. Gilmore, would you like to give us a HR report?
Good evening. So with respect to workers' comp, we now have 4 people out. One of those injuries from 2021, from August this year, and then 2 recent, November. We had a lot of firefighter positions opening. 3 of those have pushed up to engineer. So with us bringing that even on, we're now left with 11 firefighter positions open. One thing we did secure a training date. So the next training date is I think February 9th and 10th. So that's
Testing.
testing. I'm sorry. Our next testing date February 9th and 10th. Out of those 8 firefighters that joined us, 1 joined with the EMT certification, 2 joined with paramedic certification. That's pretty good. And with respect to our lead mechanic, so that position is still open, as you know, very hard to fill. We talked to 2 very skilled candidates, but they were above, our, I guess what we could afford to pay, right? Those 2 people, even if you consider they were hourly mechanics, plus you factor in overtime, to make about 90 to 100 days, which is common. So I guess we have to kind of look into what can we do, maybe have a discussion on how to factor in and be creative with the budget to bring in that skilled talent, right? Because we are utilizing third-party services for our apparatus. So maybe if we kind of think about what that's costing us versus downtime, maybe we can kind of increase the budget. Thank you.
Oh, this is your bills. So, speaking of that, Bill, we have a meeting tomorrow with several Charleston County representatives to discuss the Kiowa River Fire Station. And Other things from last month I was looking at is, we did transition into some new scheduling software, which seems to be working out really, really well. It's really, really nice. For me to use, I can hop on an app and see who's working. So that is going well. Too. I will field any questions if anybody has any. Not that, please. Fire chief.
Any update on paramedic training?
Yes, so we still have 3 people in the paramedic training now. There's a class that's supposed to be opening after the first of the year. The interest has been fairly minimal as well too. Unfortunately, I think what's happening there is a couple things. One is the people that are in the class now are conveying how difficult it is and how much time consuming it is, which it is. We know that. And then the other, I think, is what we try to convey what our long-term plan is and then while buying into it. So definitely something we're important.
But we still have the grant in place.
The grant's still in place, yep. So those 3 that are in the program are getting through the grant. And then the people that'll be coming on in the new year will be under that grant. Yep. Speaking of grants, we have not heard back on for our SCBA grant. Nobody has since September. Usually they award them September, October, November, and nobody's heard anything since September. Now there is some things going on that the International Association of Fire Chiefs has let us know at the congressional level that's causing some issues there that are pretty much out of our control. So we'll see, see what happens. If they don't do something by December 31st, the entire United States Fire Administration may have to shut down. So we're hopeful Congress steps up to that, I guess.
On Station 6, Charleston Ferry, yes, is the center in the ambulance.
Yes, I think it's from what I know, it's staffed pretty regularly. There's some random times it's not. I think they've been pretty successful just based on overtime, and they've onboarded a lot of new personnel as well too. So I think that's helped. And so I think it's been fairly regular because I do hear quite a bit. You know, I don't check on it every day, but we do hear regularly dispatch that numeric getting sent kind of all over that south end area. That's quite a bit. So,
Thank you. Are there any other questions for the chief?
oh, I did. Sorry, I've done more bad news. I scrolled and it didn't. Our brush truck that's been on order, the order got canceled probably 3 or 4 times. So that truck now it's officially ordered, but it's also going to be $8,000. Sorry, that's the manager. Sorry, you know, I just want you to know this. Times are tough.
Okay. No other questions? Any other comment? Ms. Ramona. Please tell us where this $8,000 going to come from.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
We finished up November, not too bad. Our remaining goal is 68.3%, and we're at 60.67%. Our bank balances in the operating and the elders, the operating is 4.8 million. Our cash flow is kind of dwindling, but I'm not too scared yet. And our collections are coming in kind of slow, but I'll let Chief tell you more about that.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's fairly straightforward. The normal collections that go out October 1st got delayed till October 3rd. So we literally missed a month, basically, full collection. And that was a difference of about $600,000.
Well, once we get November collections in this month, it should be off by about 200 compared to last year. Yep. So revenues, just regular miscellaneous donations and insurance reimbursement. Our Charleston County October collections was roughly $239,000. And compared to last year in October, it's about $557,000 less. But again, we just gave the explanation on why that is so low. Under expenses, our non-standard overtime for November was roughly $41,000. And then we are continuously reviewing the equipment and facility maintenance. Capital projects, there's been no activity. The bank balance is the same in the past. Okay, so total expenditures as of the end of November, total $7 million, but that includes encumbrances as well. The year-to-date non-standard overtime is at $255,000. Year-to-date salaries, including regular and standard OT, is $2.5 million. And the year-to-date vacation and sick is at $227,000. The staff efficiency for November is 87%. And then year-to-date for COVID, we're at $11,000. That is all I have for November.
We anticipate in short-term borrowings, given the revenue.
So we put out a plan for $1 million. However, we've been trying to reserve that for the boat purchase. Because we do have to use our own cash for the boat. We don't, even though we're using our fund balance, there's no additional revenue and no additional cash. So we're holding on to that for when we pick the boat up.
We should have the November function.
Yes.
So it should-
December has 3 payrolls, so I can figure out that 4 million we have, so we have had these discussions. We're watching it very closely, but yes, like Chief said, we'll receive November's collections next week. I'm hoping we a bigger sum.
Any questions? Any questions for Ramona? So we move on. All right, let's move on. I guess we'll go skip the attorney's update. Go into old business. No old business. No. Any new business?
Do we typically do elections in new business? Yes. Okay. So Donald's not here, so I will kind of bank on what we did last year. We would need nominations for chair first and vice chair. And then we've got, we'll kind of, yeah, we'll kind of the head around. Find something to put in. Find something. And, I just tell you guys are okay with it. I've been with the results. And then, I'll tell you those mobs, I can come back and then. And move from there, so I think. That's, so, I know we have to make a motion to entertain nomination for chair, right? So I don't think I can. Do that. I'm not gonna do the wrong way. So I think first, I think we have to just. Well, yeah, you have to entertain a motion for chair. Right, and I think that's actually, Leroy can do that. I think the nominations. I'm not very polished on the road rules of work, but I think that's fairly,
We will now set nominations for chairman of the fire district. Chairman. Another Leroy Boyd.
I'd like to nominate
Bill Torrey. Second, Chairman. Okay. Are there any others? Make a motion nominations for. Okay. The nominations are closed on Leroy Blake and Bill Torrey. Please use the paper in front of you. Slowly. Sure. Sure.
Okay. There's down, we're just doing elections.
Good.
I think we did it by,
That's fine.
by.
Just as long as you don't like it anyway.
No. Let's grab it.
That's what happens in church. I'm sure I'll be ahead of
So just to fill you in, we're accepting nominations for chair. Motion was made, Leroy Blake, and then we were built from there.
Okay.
Got those people on the floor, so I just did the votes for that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
You got it, Mark?
so I do have it. So you want to go over them or you want me to?
You can do it, or I
Okay.
can look over your.
Sure. So 4 votes for Bill Tomei and 3 votes for Leroy.
Okay.
Yeah, Bill Tomei as chairs.
Okay. Bill Tomei is elected for chairman of the commission for 2023. All right. Now we need nominations for vice chair.
I'd like to nominate Eric Britton.
I second that.
Are there any more nominations? Okay. No any other nominations?
Yeah,
we have any-
Yeah, you can vote by acclamation.
Oh, yeah, you can vote, you can do aye or.
All in favor of Eric being vice chair? Aye. Opposes? No opposers. So Eric, you are vice chair. Congratulations.
I got you just in time for these.
All right, I'll hold on to those.
All right, let's go on to committee reports. Building committee, Bill.
Okay, building committee met on last Tuesday on December 6th. Station 6, the work is finally underway to repair the elevated patio and sinking fire riser room that was sometime coming. Started. Happy to report as of this morning, the elevated patio work is done. Poured the concrete and it is definitely sloping away from the building like it's supposed to. So that's a good thing. Yeah, they're happy that the jackhammer is stopped. It is constant jackhammering 8 hours a day for like 4 days, I think, so. Drove everybody nuts, so I'm sure. They're still working on the riser room. They've encountered some additional work that's going to wind up being about twice what we thought originally. Covered some work that wasn't done properly, and they have to imagine that, and they do have to repair that. So I can give you more details on that in the executive session if you like. The maintenance building, we're still waiting on the permit approvals from the county. The metal building itself has been delivered to the site. It's sitting at the back of the property, and she would put up some cameras to make sure that it doesn't walk away. Although it's pretty heavy.
Let me walk away. Cameras will pick it up.
The trailer and the generator that's on the site will be relocated soon. Choke is doing that work as well. And construction now on the building itself is expected to start in January or February. The erection of the building won't take very long at all, just a week or two. Pretty fast. It's a pretty bad building, so all the pieces are laying out ready to go. But they got to do some site prep work and all. The Keel River Fire Station, we have received a survey drawing of the land for the fire station. I've looked at it as well as Mr. Rolando and Mr. Wright. We stopped there this evening, have a look at it. It's fairly close to the front of the property. It's less than a half a mile in from Betsy Harrison, so it's I think very well located. And as Chief said, we have a meeting tomorrow morning with the Charleston County to discuss the split of that. That's about a 3.5 acre plot of land, and we're hopefully going to get 2 acres of it. And then the county can have the rest of it, whatever their needs are.
Can you also ask me to expect approval for the facilities and
You know, the subject and vendor site plan review several times.
Right.
The building review should be straightforward. Everything up there, but it's just been cited.
We've additionally, we've been asked to save a pecan tree on site, which is kind of a surprise, I think, but is what it is.
Okay.
Our next building committee meeting will be Tuesday, January 20th.
Any questions for the building committee? No. All right, finance committee.
We met on Friday, December 9th, and the main reason for me was to go to the request for proposals for audit services. Bill Tremaine and I attended and Ramon and I clarified on some highlights. I know Bob Ray did submit some recommendations, which Ramon did to the request. So has everyone gotten a chance to look at it? Are there any questions about the proposal? I'd like to make a motion to approve it, that we can move forward.
Sorry.
All those in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, then we'll have it.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. HR. Strategic planning. Did not mean nothing to report. Okay. Now.
Yeah, we can come back.
I have to, yeah, nothing to report.
Nothing to report.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So now we're to public and firefighters comments.
That's my problem.
That's right, you have it.
Oh, man. He's smiling. Everything's good. All right, no public or fire.
That's right, too quiet.
Commissioners' comments. Let's start at my to the left. Mr. White.
I just like to give thanks to chief, the staff, and everybody taking time, so that all personnel know that they are important as well as their families. I really appreciate the time put in for the Christmas party last night and award ceremony this now, because when I came through, we didn't have all of that, and it makes a big difference to the personnel of life when you come from firefighter, engineer, and all out. It makes a big difference when you take the time and bring the family, and the family takes part with you. It means a lot to that firefighter. When you go home and the family understand what the father or the mother is going through. And I really appreciate that, all the commissioners and all everybody involved. Thank you very much.
Okay. Mr. Wright.
I just second Ike's comment. I think the award and promotion ceremony that we attended before this commission meeting was very impressive. We have to figure out how to get that into the press, because I think the community of the 4 Islands would be very impressed with the work that our firefighters have done and will continue. So, on their behalf, I'd like to say thanks to all of them.
Okay, John. Ms. Jones.
Well, sir, well, ladies and gentlemen, it is so good to be back here. Like they always say, there's no place like home, even on the TV. I was so long ago with my hair, but my hair was on TV. You're chief, and the commission. And I want to accolade to Chief Ryan. In order to be a good leader, you must be a good follower. And you have followed in good footsteps. The first responders here for St. John Fire Department, you guys, women are awesome. I am so honored to be a part of your staff. And when I leave my meetings on Monday night, I go home When I'm on the TV, I think about you. My husband said, I can't believe you were sitting the TV on Monday night and you're looking at your coworkers. I said, those my pets. I gotta watch them. But anyhow, to make a long story short, I enjoy working with each and every one of you. Chief Ryan, your administrative staff, you all are awesome. So I say to each and every one of you, have a blessed holiday. Let's not forget the reason for the season. Let's continue to share love. That's what I want to know. The party that you had last night, it was awesome. It was good to be around smiling faces. We haven't smiled in the last 20 or 48 hours or 48 years because of the pandemic. So let's enjoy each other while we can. Okay? Love each and every one of you. And that's my life. Thank you, Chief, for your leadership, sir.
Bill.
I'll echo what's already been said. The venue last night was really great, much better than Gilligan's, and so hopefully we'll be able to continue that venue. Congratulations to all the personnel receiving awards and promotions tonight.
That's all? Yeah.
It's kind of hard to follow this for. I was saying ditto, but I really think the promotion. I'm glad that we've done that, but my commission congratulate. I thought that Matt very all his stuff home. No more up front. So I'm sorry this Christmas party on why I hope next year I can come my boss to drive this set up that. So I'm leaving the party over. And to comment on the quality of the fire district, I mentioned this the last time that I was on the TV, but not in person, but I personally experienced a severe car accident. My car was totaled. St. John's firefighters came and helped me in. I really appreciated it. I was pretty shook up, and they just kind of had a calming effect on me. And I didn't have any emotion. I appreciated the professionalism of this. And a Merry Christmas and a healthy and happy New Year. And I wanted to also comment. Well done and Ramona and some of us talked on Friday. We are going to evaluate the area code where we have approval for additional capital funding from the Charleston County Council, and they're saying that there may be advantage to this one for a bond instead of the board mentioned. So Ramona's determine what the relationship is in the future. But right now she's going to start focusing on reporting. Thank you.
Okay. Steve.
I would like to agree with all the commission's statements. I am so proud of this district. I have actually seen some of our firefighters in action, especially for the last award meeting. And I will say, you all just make me so proud of what you do. Thank you so much. Have a great holiday season.
All right, guys. Well, I'd like to say that we all should reflect on exactly what we saw at the award ceremony. This department has come a long way. I've been involved with this department since I was a teenager. And to have somebody who was resuscitated come back to the meeting, I mean, that's really unbelievable. It was unheard of in many years past. I think the ceremony was awesome because the commission is more informed. I mean, more informed about that the chief doesn't inform us, but we connect names and faces. And I was sitting at the Christmas party last night, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of newspapers. I don't have any idea who the names are. All the firefighters in the department. And as far as getting information out, we probably should contact Christina Gammon's wife with Facebook. And she's an outstanding person in the community that will get that information out through Facebook with all the groups she's over. So And I would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and have a safe and Happy New Year. Okay, that's my turn. Got one thing to say. Wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Please, please, do not drink and drive. If you do drink, please call someone to come and pick you up and take you home. So maybe you'll get home safely. With that, that's my comments. Do we need to go to executive?
We do, yes, but I wanted to thank you, Leroy, for your year as chairman as well too. I've called you many times and come over and signed many a document for us and stuff too, so, I just wanted to say it was, not that you're leaving the commission or anything, but a pleasure working with all of us.
It's been fun. All right, gonna have a motion to go into executive session.
So move.
Personnel.
Personnel.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Opposed?